Just coming off bye week, got a big challenge ahead of us with North Carolina coming in. Um, Guys got some downtime. I think we needed that to recover. It's been kind of a hard week around with things that happened off the field, but I think the guys are ready to get back to work today.
Coach, and they said it was a hard week. I know there was a release about Coach Sean Clark. I know you probably can't add much more to that, but just how is the team handling that, and where do you go from here from an offensive line standpoint? I know that's a tough question in light of everything that happened.
Yeah, there's a lot to unpack there. Just unfortunate medical event that happened with him, and I can't say enough good about him. You enjoy this sport and you want to do it with people you like and care about. There's not very many guys I've ever been around that I enjoy being around as much as Coach Clark. Not just a great coach, but just a really good man. He's doing okay. He's in stable condition, and thoughts and prayers are with him and his family, Janelle and the kids. We're going to kind of move forward. We're going to bring another guy in just to help. Alex Ferrari was his hand-picked assistant, Coach Clark's assistant, and he's been with us this whole time and knows the scheme and has a good rapport with the kids. And we're going to try to bring a veteran guy in here to help him and help us as long as we need to have someone, hopefully before Coach Clark's return. It's been hard on the staff and hard on the kids, particularly the O-linemen, but we need to fight for him.
Scott, along those lines, what did you say to the offensive linemen? This is a family for them. I mean, this is losing their top guy. I mean, what was kind of your message to them going into this week? You got to focus on football, unfortunately, when you get down to it. But what was kind of your message to them?
To be honest, I haven't had a meeting with just the O-line yet, and I probably will today. I spent some time at the hospital, and it was kind of a broken week with bye week anyway. But life happens, and the best way we can show respect to him is go out and practice and play as hard as we can. And things like this put football into perspective. Football, we love it, and it's what we do, and we spend a lot of time at it. There's bigger things happening in life, and the best way we can honor Coach is to go do the best we can.
You'd hope to take the week and learn about your next opponent, but a tragic event happens like this. How hard is it navigating it as a coach, trying to balance their emotions but still preparing for the next game?
We were going to practice. We're going to be on the field 3 times last week. We ended up being on the field twice. We're going to have 2 really hard practices to try to get better at some fundamental basic things that I think we needed to improve at, and kind of have a walkthrough for our next opponent. We got the 2 practices in. We just missed a walkthrough day because of what happened. The kids are in a good spot. We worked them hard in camp, and they needed a little time off. So we just got to make sure we're not rusty coming off a couple days off, and we get to work to try to earn it on Monday, Tuesday, and Wednesday.
Has Cam Fancher been cleared to play?
Cam's cleared to practice. I don't know how close he is to 100% yet.
What does that mean for starting quarterback?
We'll figure that out as the week goes along.
Coach, with a big game like UNC coming in, obviously a week off, how do you kind of knock that rust off to make sure, it's not a trap game for them, especially in front of the home crowd?
Well, it's not a trap game. We're going to have to earn everything we get this year. We haven't done much yet. We've won 2 games, and this is our next challenge, but our guys are excited to get back out there and play, and for us to give ourselves a chance in this game, we got to have some really good practices the next few days.
Obviously, you played for Bill Belichick in New York. How would you describe that experience, and how did it maybe shape the way you approached your coaching career?
Yeah, I was with Bill for 2 years. I can't say enough about how intelligent he is and how much football he knows. And that was before he went on a run as a head coach. So a tremendous amount of respect for what he's accomplished in the game.
What are the challenges that a Bill Belichick defense kind of presents and stuff that you've seen on film this year for the Tar Heels?
Well, having played for him, he's going to try to take away what you do best in every game. It's going to look a little different in every game. And because of that, I think we need to be ready against multiple things and be ready to adjust during the game.
What do you remember from your playing days from Coach Belichick back then, 20-plus years ago? What do you remember about him and just kind of what he was like?
Just how smart he was. it was a really good staff. It was him and Mangini and Groh and Romeo Crennel, and don't want to leave anyone out, but it was a really good defensive staff, and you can't help but learn a lot when you're around those type of guys.
Maybe this is just fan perception, but it always feels like maybe some of the college game kind of flowed up to the NFL. How has the NFL game kind of flowed back down to the college game now, especially with Coach Belichick, your experience in the NFL kind of coming down to the college game?
I'd say NFL and college are more similar now than they've ever been. I think there's some college things that have leaked up to the NFL and NFL things that have come down, and no play or defense or anything's a secret anymore because everybody sees it on a weekly basis, and that just means you have to do what the basics and the fundamentals well.
Obviously, this is going to be a nationally televised game. Is there a different energy? Would you say maybe there's a chance this is a statement game for you guys?
No, we're not putting anything more into it than it's just our next test. And I hope our kids see it that way. I think they do. I think they're on a very similar trajectory to us. Anytime you have a new coach in this era right now, the way college football is, you're rebuilding completely. I watched one of their games. They said they had 70 new players. We have 69 new players. It takes a while to get all those players playing together and to the level of your expectations. And I think we're on a similar path to them with similarly new players and new teams.
Scott, this is a big game on a national stage. What would this mean for the team to get a win and to start 3-0 going into the season?
It's just another game for us. We had two non-conference games to start and got a good battle in the first one and found a way to get that one done, and got a big win in the second one against a team that we should have probably beat. Every game from here on out is going to be a battle. There's good teams in our league. This is a team that's going to continue to getting better, so we got to go earn it every week.
Coach, after having a couple games and a few weeks to kind of look at the film, what are some things that you're hoping to see a little bit better in this third game, and what are some things you actually feel like the team has done well so far leading up to this game?
We've done a lot of good things at times, and it hasn't been consistent enough. So more than anything, I want to see technique fundamentals and see it more consistently.
How have you noticed the wide receivers evolve over 2 games?
Yeah, the receivers were a young group. I got Speedy back here. He played about as much as anybody on our team coming into the year. You can get guys ready to some degree, but you don't really have experience till you've played in some games. And I think every chance those guys get to go out there, they're going to get a little bit better.
You said
You mentioned both teams kind of in a rebuilding mode, but do you feel that this week will kind of give you the best evaluation of where you guys are at right now?
No, again, I'm not going to put any more on this week than I'm going to Kansas State the week after that, or Kansas 2 weeks after that. We got to go out and earn this one, and our focus is primarily on this one. They're going to be hungry and coming in here. I know our team's hungry. It's going to be a good game. We're going to do our best to win that one, and then after that, we'll look forward to the rest of it.
You said a few weeks ago that Antione Jackson might be the kind of QB that maybe he benefits when you light a fire underneath them. Now that I know Cam had been out for a little while with the injury, just long term, the last few weeks, what have you seen from Taven just in the last game, practice habits in the last couple of weeks? Just how has he kind of handled everything?
Yeah, there's definitely been 2 improvements in my mind. Just the grit and toughness that he's played with since he got another chance, and his preparation last week was a lot better than I'd seen before. So he needs to keep doing those things, and just like everybody else on the team, I thought he made some really good plays last week. We missed on a couple things that we had a chance to hit. So just consistency overall, but that goes for everyone on our team.
What kind of challenges do you think Gio Lopez presents to your defense?
Obviously he's a well-accomplished player. He can really throw it. He's also slippery. He can make plays with his arm and his legs, and anytime you play against somebody like that, it adds another level to what you have to defend. Just like us, I know they're trying to get better every week.
Following the events of this week, obviously, is on to the next game. How much do you lean on your player leaders and your team captains to carry the team through a time like this?
Yeah, Miles has been an unbelievable leader for us. We have other good leaders on the team. They're learning to be leaders. I think in the meantime, the coaching staff's had to take that on quite a bit, but anytime it comes from the locker room, it's even stronger, and I think that's getting better every week too.
Scott, you had the bye week to get healthy a little bit. What is the overall health of the team? Are there any players that will be out for this game, or maybe the status of going forward?
Yeah, nothing really new to report as far as long-term injuries. We got some bruises and nicks like everybody else, but expecting everybody to be ready.
When you look at quarterbacks and receivers, and you just mentioned there were some plays maybe that left out there last game. Are those guys getting more on the same page now that there's some consistency of who the number one quarterback is, at least for now anyway? Are you seeing the chemistry improve there?
Absolutely. And I think that was inevitable regardless of who the quarterback is. It's just overall improvement as we go. You have a young team. I think our potential for growth is better than some other teams that are more experienced, and they're probably closer to what they can become. But it's a race for us to catch those people and try to pass some people. With the talent we have, I know we can do it, but it's got to be intentional focus on growth and improvement every time we're on the field.
You've got 3 games of North Carolina on tape. What catches your eye about them defensively and the way they match up with your team?
They show a lot of traits. They're big. They're physical. They're multiple. And they got really smart guys between Steve and Bill and others running the show. So it's going to be a challenge for us, and we're looking forward to putting in the work starting today.
How do you plan to manage the snaps between Jaden Nixon and Miles Montgomery in that running back room?
Hopefully we have the ball a lot so we get a lot of chances to give it to them.
You were asked about the health a minute ago. Does that include Jaden Williams' availability? I know he had the thumb surgery.
Yeah, he's going to be able to be ready to go. He's probably going to have a small splint on his thumb, but nothing that'll hinder him from playing the way he can play.
Coaches are competitive too. Anything a little added for you going against Belichick in a game?
No, you've been in this business long enough. I got a ton of respect for Bill. I haven't spent a lot of time with him. Obviously, he's won more at the next level than anybody in the history of the game as far as championships. But again, this is a challenge for us. It's this game. We're going to focus on this. If we're rising and conquering and trying to get better every single day, then one game doesn't look any different than any other.
Part of the season. I know you were so excited when we talked to you preseason that you're finally healthy and you're able to show what you can do. Has it been a good start to the season for you?
It's been a great start, just being able to go out there with my teammates and fly around and just being able to play ball again.
What sort of things have you seen out of the defense through the first couple games, and how do you feel positive by that, moving forward in this game with North Carolina?
The defense showed me that we all going to play hard. We all going to keep fighting no matter what's going on, what's happening on the field. We all going to be there for each other and fly into the ball and just playing hard.
How have you evaluated your performance so far?
I'm doing whatever I can to help the team and just be able to help the team win and just be able to contribute to the defense.
What's the scouting report on North Carolina? What do they do well?
They're a great team. They're well coached. They play hard. They play physical. It'll be a great competition. We just got to come and play our best.
Antoine, since you got here, you've been one of those guys that seems like you always take the ball away, whether you're in practice, making crazy catches, injured, not injured, doesn't matter. You're getting an interception. Last game you had a fumble recovery. What does it mean to just be a football player? It just seems like the ball always kind of bounces your way.
I'm just here to help the team and do whatever I can. And one of my biggest strengths is turning the ball over and putting the ball back into our offensive hand. And that's just great. It's just a blessing.
What's that feeling like going on the sideline after you got that turnover and there you got the crowd pumped, got everybody pumped? What's that like?
Oh, it feels great to give you a boost of energy to go out there and do it again.
Last year, Colorado came into this game kind of with a similar level of hype about their coach, about their players. How do you feel like the way that game went, how has that maybe shaped some of you guys as returners to try to prevent it from happening again?
I can say we're more locked in. We're preparing better for them, and we just got a whole different mindset. It's just another game to us, and we're just be ready.
Antoine, I know you prepare and you look at every game the same, but this is your last non-conference game. North Carolina obviously got a little bit of marquee name attached to him, marquee coach. How big would it be to get this win and finish non-conference play 3-0 going into Big 12 play?
We're just preparing for every game the same. We're just looking at it as another game. It's a big opportunity. It's national TV. Just feel like it can help UCF name out a lot, and we just coming. We're ready to play football.
Kind of on that though, going up against someone like Bill Belichick, I'm sure you watched the NFL growing up, understand what the Patriots did when he was the coach there. What's the feeling going up against someone who's had that kind of experience and may throw some stuff that you might see potentially at the next level, or see some of those things in the college game?
Honestly, it's a blessing being able to go up against a coach like that. You don't take these things for granted. You don't get them too much often, and we're just preparing as hard as we can, and we're just ready to play football.
How much do you remember about Coach Belichick?
See, how much do I remember?
Yeah, how much do you remember about him growing up?
I just know he won a lot of Super Bowls.
Antoine, you had a week off, a bye week. Obviously, there's a lot of chance to get a rest. Did you do anything particular to kind of get away from football, or what was your mindset, I guess, going into this bye week?
You said it, just getting rest, just getting my body back right, and just getting ready to go out there and give it my hardest on the field.
How have you grown into Coach Grinch's defense?
Coach Grinch is a great coach. He knows his player personnel, and he built his defense around it. He put us in a great position to just be able to play fast and play out our best.
What works so well about that for you?
He knows my strength and everything, so just being able to get me in position to where I can turn the ball over, it's great.
Antoine, North Carolina's played a couple different quarterbacks this year. They have kind of different traits and skill sets. Just what have you seen? I don't know if you jumped into the film a whole lot yet, but what have you seen from their quarterbacks?
We're preparing for those guys. They both can make plays on their feet. They both can make plays with their arms. They're great quarterbacks. They're great leaders, and we're just preparing for battle.
I curiosity, when you go into a bye week, how early just on your own does like game prep begin? Like from watching film, is it something that the coaches have cut-ups ready for you? Like last week, is that something you're doing on your own just to get a head start on the actual game week?
Honestly, they give you an extra week to focus on your next opponent, no matter if it was North Carolina or if it was North Carolina A&T. The preparation start for them. I don't look at it as a bye week. I look at it as just time for extra preparation for them.
Frost was mentioning that Jaden Williams is going to play this week. What do you feel like he adds to your room in the secondary?
He brings the energy. He brings the veteran. He's a vet, so we know he's going to play his hardest and play his best, and he truly helped the defense up.
That's why, obviously, on the other side of the ball, but Coach Clark experienced an event this past week. How did that impact the team? How did it impact you?
We're praying for him. We're just praying for him as a team and just praying and hoping that he gets better and that he gets healthy enough to come out back and just be around us.
How do you hope to see the team respond to his adversity?
Just go harder for him. Just do as we've been doing, and just I know he will want us to win and just want us to keep going. So that's what we're looking at it as.
You look at this team early on, a couple of games in. What about the leadership from the group? Coach Frost talked about Miles being one of the big leaders, but what about in other areas for you guys in the secondary and the defense? What have you seen from those leaders stepping up, and have you assumed that kind of role in the secondary as well?
We definitely got some guys stepping up in the back end, and on the whole defensive side, we got guys stepping up, leading, doing it in a respectful way, and everyone help everybody. We even keep the leaders, we hold the leaders accountable, the leaders hold us accountable, so it's all going great right now. Everyone coming up.
Antoine, second year in the program, you had an opportunity to kind of establish yourself a little bit here. How is your feeling? What do you feel like your role is on this defense and in that back end? What is your role?
As a corner, I'm just looking to just be able to just guard a receiver and lock a receiver down and just do whatever I can to help a defense and help my teammates.
What about as Antione Jackson, a leader? What's that role?
I definitely speak up in the corner room and just make sure those guys are on time and everything and doing everything they can to be the best player they can. Whether it's preparation, watching film, anything, just giving them guys motivation.
What do we need to see more from this defense than we saw over the first two games?
Honestly, we're just going to continue to keep flying around to the ball and just continue to play harder and harder and get more turnovers. That's our biggest goal, is just turning the ball over, putting it in our offensive hand.
Antoine, I know every team pretty much has players from Florida. Do you know anyone in North Carolina? I know they got some Florida guys. Are there any connections you have to anyone on that team?
I do know the running back. I played against him in high school, Bullet. I played against him at Chaminade, so I know him.
You guys close, or is there going to be any communication before the game, or definitely after the game, probably?
We'll communicate after the game for sure.
All set? All right, thanks, Antoine.
Yeah, thank you.
Hey, Duane, obviously, they brought you in to play a big role in this team, and you've played a big role in these first two games. Just kind of reflect on the early start of UCF. Are you pretty happy with your role and how you've been performing in the first two games?
Yeah, it's been fun, man. being a gadget player, being able to, be outside our receiver, be in a slot, play running back, just giving the different looks. It's been real fun just being around the guys.
Were you disappointed last week or 2 weeks ago that you were so close to getting a touchdown on that play? You were a yard away. Was that a little bit disappointing?
Just a little bit, but I mean the catch was just as amazing, though. Be honest. I was happy just to, get that extra extension and make the catch.
You talked a little bit about offense, the 68 points last time out. Do you think this offense can be better? Do you think there's opportunities to do more and to be sharper, I guess, as you guys move forward?
Yeah, it's always an opportunity to be better. That's the goal, to be better each week, execute at a high level, and make a minimum of, mistakes. So next week we're going to come out, we're going to try to execute at a high level, and we're going to try to make small minor mistakes.
This game going against UNC, going against Coach Belichick, it's going to be a national TV game. What does this game mean to you?
I wouldn't say it's a really big game. It's the next game. We're going to prepare for each team the same way. Playing against Belichick, we all know he, has a lot of success in the game of football. It's a lot of respect for him. But, we play nameless, faceless opponents, you know what I'm saying? So, yeah.
Would you say it's challenging to block out that noise knowing there is going to be a lot of attention coming into this game?
No, I wouldn't say I know.
How have you seen the wide receivers grow and evolve and grow into this offense over the first 2 games?
Man, I see the chemistry between the receivers and the quarterbacks and the receivers and the running backs and the receivers and the tight ends. Man, we grew together so much. Just, like the small things, being outside with each other, like catching the ball after practice, just talking to each other outside. And on the field, just being able to communicate certain schemes and what we see and, what the quarterback sees. I think we grew a lot.
That's different than what you were experiencing during practice. Now you've got actual games where you're communicating.
We did the same thing during camp, but during camp, we playing against each other. When we get to play we playing the games and we're, getting to see different opponents throughout the week or throughout the year. I say it's easier to, talk about certain things.
Duane, can you talk a little bit about Coach Beckton and the role he's played in just your overall game, and how is it having like an OG in the room, especially with a little bit of a few younger guys like yourself? Like, what has he done for your game?
Man, OG's hilarious, man. No matter how good you play, he gonna be on you. Like, you can have 100 catches in a season, he gonna tell you get 101 catches. You can have a perfect block, he gonna tell you get your hands a little bit more inside. So like, I think it's perfect, for the group. We got a lot of young guys. We got a lot of inexperienced guys. But I think, yeah, he's been great just being on all of us.
I know there's a lot of turnover on their roster, but did you reach out to any former teammates at Charlotte, considering they played North Carolina 2 weeks ago?
No, I didn't reach out to anybody, no.
Did you watch the game or pick up on anything?
Yeah, I've been watching a lot of film on them. I've been watching them since last week. They're going to be a disciplined team. Belichick, obviously, he's going to have a lot of success. It looks like they're going to change a lot of things up on you, so, we're going to come to play.
Obviously, you've probably noticed all the hype with Bill Belichick. Obviously, the all-time winningest coach with Super Bowl championships. Was it like 6 as a head coach or something? So what's kind of your perspective about all that? Did you grow up, watching the Patriots on TV? There's Tom Brady, Coach Belichick. Just what do you think about him coaching college and, you facing him?
I think it's cool. Like I said before, it's a lot of respect for him. But we're playing against him, It's another game. We're going to prepare for him just like we prepare for anybody else.
How have you seen Taven improve these last couple weeks, getting kind of the quarterback one job the last couple weeks? How have you seen him improve and help you guys out?
Oh, Tay, man. Tay's been amazing these last couple weeks. He's been very vocal. He's really he's always taken on that vocal leadership role, but these last 2 weeks has just been like you see him talk a lot more. He's been a lot more confident throughout these last 2 weeks. He got his feet wet, making a lot of plays. So I think he's been doing a really good job, making a lot of completions. You know what I'm saying? We've been talking on and off about what we like. He's been talking with the receivers. He'll come before we practice and, get us ready. I think he's been doing a great job.
Coach Clark, obviously not the same position group as you, but important on offense. How did that impact you and your group?
I mean, it's always a sad experience, but Coach Beck said, you know, life happens. We're praying for him. You know, we're always thinking about him. I talked to a lot of the O-linemen. You know, they're going to keep praying for him. They miss him, but we just got to keep playing.
Along those lines, the leadership, having some of the guys step up, and I know Coach Frost mentioned Miles being one of the leaders early on. How important is that to have a voice like that to step up and keep everyone kind of focused on what's going on when something tragic like that happens during?
It's very important, honestly, because it's easy to not stay focused. It's easy to dwell on a situation when things go bad. But it's a lot that goes on in this sport. You know, this sport really teaches us adversity. To have Miles really speak up like that I think it's really important for a lot of the young guys and for a lot of, I mean, his group and the O-lineman group, so yeah.
Are you guys, do you feel like you're more focused? Can something like this maybe bring you together when, you know, tragedy happens? Are you maybe more dialed in than you would have been, or?
No, I'd say for sure we're going to get closer with the situation. Like I said, we're all praying for him. We all miss his energy, like a real high energy guy. And that's what adversity does. It brings you closer.
And you said you'd heard a lot about the bounce house, but it was kind of a couple of weird games with weather delays and all that stuff. I'm sure it'll be rocking at 3:30, full house. Like, are you looking forward to that? What do you want to see from the fan base on Saturday?
I'm always looking forward to them. I think the last 2 weeks were still it was pretty good to me. I had fun. A little like a lot of the other guys have fun too. So, I mean, if it's one person in there jumping by itself or is it 100,000 people, I'm having fun.
As you've looked at North Carolina on tape, what stands out about them defensively?
They're going to be physical up front. They got long DBs. They're pretty fast. I think overall they're really going to change a lot of things up on you from week to week. That's what it looks like. We just got to come ready to play. That's it. They're going to be disciplined.
How have you felt about your usage in the offense, getting the ball in the open field, in the backfield, and now recently last game getting the ball deep too?
It's fun. I love it. I mean, I love doing everything I knew I could do, and you know, I'm grateful and I'm blessed for, you know, these coaches to, you know, put this trust in me.
Have you felt like you've always been able to show this, and now you're getting the chance to prove it?
For sure, 100%.
TCU was pretty vocal that they made it clear that the Belichick hype and the North Carolina hype fueled them going into their game. Do you guys feel the same way?
No, it's another game. Play nameless, faceless opponents, you know what I'm saying? So don't matter who we play, we're going to play UCF football.
He's a nameless, faceless opponent. It'd be a big win if UCF could start 3-0 before Big 12 play. Have you guys talked about that? How big would that be to get a signature win before conference play?
I mean, going 3-0 before conference, all it does is, it instills confidence in the team, you know. But we're going to stay level-headed regardless of the situation that happens, you know, after Saturday. Yeah, I think that's the biggest thing, just stay confident and stay level-headed regardless of what happens.
Duane, did you do anything on bye week outside of football? I mean, did you do something to kind of get away, to relax? I mean, fishing, video games, anything like that?
Yeah, I didn't fish. I haven't fished in like a month, so which is so sad. But nah, I ain't do anything this week. I really been watching film. I've been with family, so that's about it.
Do you have any connections to North Carolina? Didn't you tell me at media day you know one of the players?
Yeah, Davion Giles Bullet. Yeah, that's my guy. I play with him at Chaminade.
Okay, so are you guys still close? Do you guys communicate, or
Yeah,
what's this week going to be like?
We're close, but we're not going to talk until after the game.
All right, all set, everybody?